Hi there, I'm Nancy Nash with Starfish Strength, and today I want to share with you some of the food boundaries that I've set that help me lose weight and help me maintain it. So I worked really hard to improve my relationship with food, if you will. My relationship with some foods is better than it is with others. Like, I don't feel like I have a really abusive relationship with tofu, but sometimes I have an abusive relationship with ice cream. I'm sure you can relate. So these aren't really like hard and fast rules. They're just guidelines and boundaries that have really helped me make sure that I am operating in a non-abusive way with food. I know that not every tip in here is for every person, but I hope that there is something in here that resonates with you and that helps inspire that next level of change that you need to get closer to your goals. When I had made some healthy changes to my eating and I reached a plateau, one of the things I did long before I became a trainer was go to see a registered dietitian. And one of the things she pointed out was that I really liked granola bars and I did not like vegetables. And even if I could just start eating a few vegetables, that would really help me. Fast forward, I am a person that eats a huge salad on a daily basis. But as multiple friends can tell you, in my 20s, salads were not part of my diet. So one of the goals that I still give myself, that I mostly stick to, is to eat one serving of vegetables, at least one, before noon. Some days that seems really, really easy, and on the days I just want to eat chocolate, it doesn't feel easy at all. But it is a way that I can sort of gamify getting some more vegetables in. Starting with vegetables early in the day means that I already kind of have a small win that I can keep building on. So this one is sort of a game too. I really started rethinking the way I thought about fast food. My version of fast food is probably not yours. I was really addicted to Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, like those really big drinks that have like 400, 500 calories as much as a meal. That was my game, plus a bagel and cream cheese. So honestly, that might be worse than eating a Whopper. Whatever it is that you think is convenient and delicious, I guarantee you that if you go into a grocery store or some convenience stores even, there's probably a fast, healthy option that you can grab instead of whatever that is. Now, we'll talk about satisfying cravings. This is not a one-for-one swap as far as the craving goes. But if the goal is convenience, then I have found that when I go into grocery stores, if I go in that pre-made food section, I can usually find a salad. I could find some chicken and get some healthy wraps. I could even use the fixings from the salad to make it into a more creative sandwich. I've done this when I've flown and I'm far from home. I can't do my whole pack routine and make sure I have all the healthy snacks. Just going through that grocery store area that has convenience foods and just thinking okay, here's a little bag of carrots, here's a little thing of guac. So just getting a little more creative about fast food has really, really helped me in a pinch. This one is huge. Keeping food tracking going in some realm, pretty much no matter what. And when I do have a day that, I tracked for only half a day, or decided the whole day it's okay not to track, picking it up the next day and using it as a roadmap, not this hard, fast plan that I'm absolutely married to, but even when I'm on vacation, to a point, I understand what I'm eating. And not just from a calorie standpoint, but also from a macronutrient standpoint. So for me, I understand when I get more fiber and protein, I'm gonna feel satiated. If I know it's a vacation day and we're just gonna be hanging out. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna have like a pastrami sandwich from Langer's. I know approximately how many calories that is. That fits in here. And then I'm gonna bring myself some carrots and hummus to make sure I get my serving of veggies in. Just having a general idea of how it's gonna go really goes a long way into longevity. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's consistent, it can work. I literally just hit on this, but prioritizing protein and fiber to stay full has been a huge education for a kid that came home from 5th grade and ate 3 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So nothing against Cinnamon Toast Crunch, love it. But that was not something that satisfied me clearly, because I would eat like 3 bowls of it. In my early 20s, it might have been a half gallon of ice cream. Prioritizing foods that make me feel satisfied and also give me some satisfaction that like, hey man, good job with your nutrition today. All right, then maybe you can have, you know, a little slice of chocolate cake later on because like we've been on point. I'm not trying to say reward yourself with dessert, but I think having an appreciation for that balance is really important. And for me, making sure that I get the foods that are nutritional and that satisfy my hunger rather than just my cravings has been a really big point of education. Transforming the way I thought about treat meals, planning to indulge my cravings, and really thinking about what I wanted was an evolutionary process. You know, I said I used to be the kid that ate 3 bowls of sugary cereal. I used to be the person that ate half gallon of ice cream. Like, obviously, those things weren't incredibly mindful. They probably were pretty mindless. But now I think, like, man, I really am craving ice cream. What am I craving about it? Is it pumpkin season and I really want some pumpkin ice cream? Like, what places around me make pumpkin ice cream? Maybe I should, like, make it a point to do that as a treat. Do I just want the ice cream, or do I really want it in a waffle cone? Or maybe I'm craving, like, that brownie chew in like a brownie sundae. Really getting in tune, like indulging this fantasy of like what I actually am craving and then planning for it. I have found that that makes me go so much less crazy than like, don't think about brownies. Don't think about brownies. All I want to do is think about brownies. And then when I find the brownies, I will eat all of the brownies. That has happened before. I'm not trying to scare you. You've had some moments like that too, right? If you're watching this, I guarantee you probably know where I'm coming from. But if I can just kind of fine tune and say like, yeah, I have this great memory of Memories ice cream and having this amazing brownie sundae from there. And that's what I'm craving. Like, okay, I don't live there now. Maybe I could make that at home. Would that satisfy that? Or is it just like this feeling of going into an ice cream parlor and smelling the cones and, you know, knowing that I had a day at the beach? Maybe it's that whole memory that I really want. So I could go and make a point to recreate that on a day that I have off. I know I went on about ice cream for a long time. That's just one example. Honestly, what I've been craving lately is a burger. So that's totally different. I've changed too. But thinking about like, what is it that I really want? Do I want to go to a restaurant and have that whole experience of someone making something for me? Or is it just some sort of smell or some sort of chew that I'm craving? Because fine-tuning that for yourself will help you make a plan for a treat. And I think it helps you not to go crazy, like because you are really being mindful of exactly what you want. And then you're going to enjoy that whole experience and create a new memory. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found something in today's video that helps you move one step closer to achieving your goals and seizing your inner star. I'd love to hear in the comments if you feel like there are any tips that I left off that would help other people. And I'd also love to hear what topics you'd like to see me cover next. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.
You have to get like a bun.
Oh, don't stick your head into there, buddy. I know. I wish you'd go where the other side. I had no idea he would like them this much.
Eat your food.